good morning, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home. Right now, I'm sitting on the deck amongst the roses. Yeah, and today is the first Sunday in the month of June. So I just want to take you around the garden and let you see all of the beautiful roses and what's happening. I'm also going to feature some of the different beds that are in the garden. And so come with me as we walk around and take a full tour of the garden, Catherine's garden. Yes, the roses are the featured plant for this month of June. Why? Because they deserve it. They deserve all of this. It starts off looking like a hybrid tea, and then it unfolds into like a floribunda. I believe that this is a grandiflora rose. So this is what I want to really bring your attention to. This is the goat's beard. It's given room to this beautiful Eden climbing rose, giving it a chance to show off. Good morning, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home. (2021). Garden is looking beautiful and fresh. It's nice and cool right now, but it's supposed to get to the 90s. That might just change things a bit. However, right now in the garden, it's just looking so calm, cool, and collected. I love how the roses are here in the garden. My carnelian rose. Starting to reveal its blooms as it wraps around the deck here amongst the Japanese maple tree. But then my Eden climbing rose takes over. Along with Westerland rose. I specifically planted the roses close to the deck so that I can enjoy them. I wanted this look of abundance. And the roses provide this. My roses are looking fantastic. the Eden climbing rose. The roses are just opening up and almost arching this fig tree here. The flowers are big and bulky. I love how the Westerland rose has performed. It's a mixture. Of the two different types of roses, but I just like it anyhow. I love roses anyway. I thought at first that Westerland was more of a pinkish color because when it fades into a more salmony pink color. But I like this because it also ties in my other rose into the mix. Now this is curly pink rose, and I believe that this is a grandiflora also, like the grandifloras that I just bought, but this is just a rich color. Just look at the size of one bloom. It's so big. It fits in my hand. I love how it starts off looking like a tea rose and then a full, just big, fat bloom. I had to secure it by putting a tomato cage around it because it was just getting so large. But there's something about this particular area where the plants just seem to grow well right in this spot. And I'm thinking it's because of the runoff of the water that it puddles and lands right there. So there's always moisture at this particular spot. You can see that the roses do well and the hostas do well here in this spot at this corner. Plus it's kind of protected from the elements because it's like in the corner here of the house and the deck, and everything in this spot just seems to grow and thrive. I noticed in the grass that we have a lot of clover in the grass, and I don't mind that. It just lets me know that it's healthy and everything is growing. I love this hosta. I don't know its name, but I love it. It is so beautiful. And I also am happy that my hydrangea is going to give us some beautiful blooms this year. I wasn't sure, but I'm glad to see this. This is Bridal Bouquet, and it has beautiful white mop head blooms. Which are going to show up. Yeah, that's next. But in the meantime, we're going to just enjoy these roses. Yes, we are. Things are out on the deck. Roses are looking good. Really opening up nicely here. And I think my mother of pearl is settling in here. And I can start to see my calla lilies are starting to bloom along with the marigolds that I've got there. Some squash, basil. Haven't seen anything yet with the caladiums, but I know that it will come. And then over here, I was able to get some new things. But my strawberries have really, they've finished fruiting for now, and they are gaining more leaves. It's really a nice thing to see, and also developing runners, so I will have more plants. And the Eden climbing rose is opening up here and taking center stage on the deck. Isn't this beautiful? Now we're coming into some color with the roses, from that cool shady color into the red roses, that hot color of the knockout rose and my other rose here. This little corner is so sweet, and it's here for this moment. I am always looking forward to seeing the little anemones, the white anemones popping up. But what makes it extra special this year is the fact that the lily of the valley is there, and amongst it with the bishop weed and other weeds. I also have here The bleeding hearts. Now, aren't they cute? That is so beautiful. Keeping that cool color here. The bleeding heart actually looks good too with the rhododendron. This little area is looking really nice. I like it. My food orchard is just doing fantastic. I am so pleased with it. The fruit trees, even though they've suffered a little bit, some of them a little disease, they still are fruiting and looking good. I am impressed with my peach tree, pear trees, apple tree, and I know that they'll get better and better as time goes on. But here is a little surprise for you and for me, in that I have potato here. A potato. The kale that I planted is doing well. I also have the dahlias coming in. You see that dahlia there? And I have one right there. The dahlia, which is so cool. And here's another dahlia. Yeah. So they did, at least 3, I think 4 of them have started to shoot up, which is good. I mean, they were so dry, I didn't think that I would get anything at all. The begonias are doing well, and they are mixed in with the impatiens. And I think there's another type of plant also in this mix too. I think vinca is also in this. So it should be nice when they all touch and come together. But what I'm waiting for too are my Casablanca lilies to bloom. I also have some other perennials that are coming together here. We're going to have the daylilies show up soon. And also right here are the astilbe. Something that I want to show you that is so special. Yeah, I have to walk through all of that. This is my raspberry bush, and I am going to have raspberries. This is a red raspberry, thornless. You see the raspberries developing? I am so impressed with this. It's growing really well here. I also have another one tucked back here. This one is a thorny one, and it is a yellow raspberry. But I am impressed. Yeah, it's tucked back here. The other thing that I really want to feature here is this goat's beard. But before I get there, there are wonderful things growing on this side. I love how my apple trees that I got from those are doing well. And I like this idea of espaliered, espaliering the apple tree. It looks so healthy and nice. The other thing that I want to point out too is that hosta that is called elegance, and it looks really good tucked there next to the arborvitae. That's the biggest it's ever gotten. I have some in another area and it didn't get that large, and I've had this for at least 10 years now. Finally, it looks like it's going to show up. Now these are wild plants here. I think it's like a thistle, but I do love the large leaves, so I always have a hard time pulling them out, at least the leaves. But after a while I will, but for right now it just looks so beautiful here, nice and full and lush. So this is what I want to really bring your attention to. This is the goat's beard, and now it is fully opened up. It just looks so beautiful here with this combination. It's just nice. You can see the hosta, the fading purple alliums, which are now in seed form. Then also I have here, this is apple mint, but I love the texture of the apple mint. It's soft and it actually looks so good. And then you come up to this beautiful goat's beard. It's a very cool garden with green and whites and green, white, and the kind of creamy color of the hosta. It's very pretty. And then all of a sudden this purple purple iris shows up. Look at that at the corner. But I'm just impressed with how this has changed over time. The daffodils were here, and I'm letting the leaves of the daffodils to continue to die back on their own because I want them to return. But they just seem to fit in so well. Now this white flower, this is from the bishopweed, but I love it because it's so airy and dainty. It just fits in so nice. Even the white rabbits, usually by now I would move them to a different area, but they just seem to fit in so good with what is happening here in this bed. Now the other hostas are fully open. I love this variegated one here. It's with the white on the inside, green trim outside. But this one here, we have a deep, deep interior color and the white trimming it. Beautiful. And then we have the regular hostas here. So looking at it from this angle, absolutely beautiful. The tea garden is filling out. You can see the new growth on the plants that I put there, and soon I'm going to have to harvest or transplant those plants out of the little pots and put them in the ground. Beans are getting bigger. Everything's just looking really nice in that garden. And I love this view. From this view, it's just so pretty. My tomatoes are growing. It looked like they were developing something on the leaves, but I snipped it off. And so they are standing tall and healthy. I have my lilies coming in here. I planted some bee balm there, but they don't seem to want to come back, so I'm going to have to replant that another time. But I just love how this looks. Check out the cabbage. The reason why I'm drawing so much attention to the cabbage is because I've never really had great success. There's always been worms or something coming to eat them, and they don't seem to do well. But I'm hoping that as I continue to monitor them here in this garden, that they will do well. Plus, the fact that they are surrounded by the marigolds, that will help to ward off any pests that would want to eat its leaves. But I have to say that things are just looking really good in this garden. I'm giving it a closer look here, and you can see the spiderwort plants there. And as you step in, I love those stepping stones. I'm so glad that I was able to purchase them. But let me give you a little tour of this tea garden. So as you step in, you see the stepping stones. And then here are the patio tomatoes that I put in, as well as the marigolds. And then looking at it from this angle, you could see the tomatoes. And then the view up is into the garden here. Here is the plum tree. And as you step over here, you can see the lemon balm And these microgreens that I planted here are now starting to flower. Isn't that crazy? Look at that. I love how it turned out. Even though I wasn't able to eat them, I didn't eat them. I just like how they filled out this space. Those tomatoes are getting larger. They're growing. And I have some squash there. My corn, sweet corn was growing. And I have some more tomatoes here. In the container, I had planted some more of those microgreens, and they've just taken over. I have a few zinnias in there, but not many. And then the chives and cilantro is doing well in that pot. I also planted some sweet corn right here, and the summer squash. The beans, I am so impressed with these beans. Oops, my shadow. The nasturtium is doing well. And then I have some more squash there. This canna is starting to come up. It's peeking out, the Tropicana canna. Then I have the eggplants. And the kale that I planted, looking real good there. This is doing well too. I also planted a canner in this one, but I don't see anything yet. But I think with the warm weather, we'll definitely see. And as I continue to walk around, here are my cabbage. Eggplant, tomatoes are looking good. I planted these Stella d'Oro daylilies there, and they look like they're about to soon burst open. How exciting. Now in the center here, this is a mint, and look at how it's spreading. This is my oregano. I forget what this is. Let's take a look. This is a thyme. Rosemary. sage, lemon verbena. I have some thyme from seed. This is my blueberry bush, and you can see the blueberries developing on it. They're small, but they're there. I have my sage, purple sage, lavender, oregano again, and this one, I forget what this is, but it looks like it's flowering. This is, what is this? Dream rose. Yeah, and look at that. It has this, it's turning red. So, very nice. I had to end this video with the roses, and especially my Cornelia rose, because on this day it has just made me so very happy. And you know, the first flush of the rose is always the best one, and that's when they are at their prime. They're beautiful, they smell good, and they just draw you in because you're so much longing for the beauty of them and you want to just see them. So thank you so much for indulging me with the roses and coming and being a part of this journey. I truly appreciate you. I thank you, my gardening friends. Let us smell the roses. You know that the weather is getting so warm, so it's going to be in the 90s. So make sure that you keep cool if the temperature is rising in your area. Just chill out, get yourself a good glass of cool lemonade and relax in your garden and just smell the roses. Let the scent of the beautiful roses just fill your atmosphere. At least that's what I'm doing. I'm enjoying the garden, enjoying the roses. So if you like this video, then like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. How are things going in your garden? And I hope all is going well for you. I hope that you are getting in your seeds and that you are planting in your garden and that things are going well for you. Yeah, so thank you so much for joining me here in Catherine's Garden, and see you next time right here in Catherine's Garden as we grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's Garden and Home. Yeah, have a great day. Bye. For more videos, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And thank you so much for watching. See you next time right here in Catherine's Garden. Bye.